Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Today we'll be going over a very special paradox for me. A paradox that made me grow my love for philosophy before I even knew what philosophy was. Now, for those of you who don't know what philosophy is, well, don't feel dumb because I asked myself that same question about 30 minutes before hitting that record button. And according to Google, the word philosophy roots from a Greek word, philosophia, love of wisdom. This is the study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about experience, reason, knowledge, values, mind, and language. So now that we know what philosophy is, what is a paradox? Because this is actually what we'll be going over today is a paradox. A paradox, according to Google, is a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement or proposition that when investigated or explained may prove to be well-founded or true. So, now that we have a basic knowledge of what philosophy and a paradox is, we're going to go over a paradox that made me grow my love for them before I even knew what the hell they were. So Theseus, who was the former king of Athens, decided to go on a sail trip on a boat with his crewmen. At the time that he set sail, he left on a boat that was made out of wood. Through his voyage, his crew started to replace part of the boat. They began to replace pieces of wood the ship was made out of. So many pieces that by the end of the trip, they had replaced every single plank of wood the ship was made out of. They had thrown all of the old pieces overboard. So the question arises, is the ship that Theseus and his crew landed on the same ship that they set voyage on? Or is there a new one? Well, I'll let you think about that one for a second. Now, let me give you a different scenario. What if, at the time that Theseus' crew was throwing the pieces of wood overboard, there was somebody behind them, following them. And these scavengers were collecting all of the pieces of wood that were being thrown overboard, and they actually managed to create a new boat out of them. Now, once both of the boats landed, which one is Theseus's boat? Is it the one that Theseus landed on, or is it the one that the scavengers landed on? Now, this paradox actually gets a little bit more complicated, so if you would like to check out the full paradox, go ahead and look it up. Or even better, get you this book, Philosophy 101, where you will be able to find that paradox and many others. Now, this paradox actually translates into an even bigger question. The question of identity. Who are you? Who am I? What makes you you? And what makes me me? That is a question that philosophers have been asking themselves for a long time. And although there are many, many answers, none of them confirmed to be true, because who will say if they're true or not? Are you your body? Are you your appearance? Are you the limbs that you have make you you? What if you donate? What if you lost a hand? What if this hand was transplanted into somebody else? Is that person part of you? Is it your heart? What if you got a heart transplant? Is that no longer you? Is it your brain? What if you lost your memories? What if you were in a terrible accident and you couldn't remember who you were or anything about your life? Are you a new person? Well, I would say that my favorite answer to that question is I am the things that I leave behind. Other than possessions, the memories that I leave on people, the impressions that I leave on them. Therefore, kind of like that movie Coco, until nobody remembers me, that is when I am truly gone. Therefore, as long as you keep a memory of me, I will be immortal. So, keep those memories. So yeah, that's the way that I look at that question. Thank you for coming with me today. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. Humility is thinking of yourself less. And with that, my friends, stay humble, stay curious, and stay hungry. Till next time. Oof, that was a tough one. Who am I, bro? Kind of like that movie Coco, where what if you guys haven't seen Coco?